Hello everyone, this is Blanca. Thanks for stopping by. This video is going to be video number 2 of my holiday crafts series for 2020. And in today's video, I'm going to be creating a couple of Christmas cards using this Crafter Companions dies. In my previous video, I used the Snowflake die to create an ornament, and I'll leave a link below in case you would like to see how I did that. These dies are called aperture dies, and this creates sort of a window into a card. So for this video, I'm going to be creating a winter themed card using the Snowflake die, and also I'm going to be creating a more Christmassy theme card using the light die that looks like it has Christmas lights on. So let's get started with the first card. I am starting my first card with this 6 inches by 6 inches piece of holographic gray cardstock, and I'm going to be using the Snowflake die. This is going to be my winter theme card, and I'm going to eyeball it here and try to put it in the middle as much as in the middle as I can to cut through the snowflake window. After I ran it through my die cutting machine, this is what I ended up with. So now I'm just taking off all the extra stuff from the snowflake, and as you see here, it creates a window. And now that I have my complete window, I'm going to emboss this using an embossing folder that came with the set of dies that I showed you earlier. And this embossing folder embosses the snowflakes. So what I'm planning to do is emboss this, and this embossing folder is 6 by 7 inches, so it doesn't quite cover the whole 6 by 6 piece of paper that I have here, but it's okay because I'm going to end up trimming it anyway. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the embossing folder there, run it through my die cutting machine, and then here is the finished embossed piece of paper. I think it looks quite nice. And now I'm just going to be trimming off the edges on all 4 sides and just make a smaller square. And for this card, I'm going to be using a 6 inches by 6 inches card base, a white card base. And as you can see here, I'm just trying out my window that I cut, and it's a little, it looks like a little bit of a rectangle, so I need to trim some of the sides off a little bit. But I'm going to add some glittery, white glittery paper cardstock to my card. So I cut a piece of white glittery cardstock to 6 inches by 6 inches, and then now I'm just trimming off a little bit more of my window square here just to make sure it looks like a square. So now all the sides after I trim it should be equal, and it should be a perfect square. And now that I have all my pieces together, I'm going to go ahead and assemble my card. I'm going to add some adhesive to my blank card, and then just put the pieces on top as you see here. And now that I assembled my card, I went ahead and heat embossed a sentiment on a piece of black cardstock. The sentiments let it snow, and I embossed it with clear ink and white embossing powder, and then I use my heat tool for this as well. And now I'm just trimming off my sentiment so that I can add it to my card, as you will see. And now I'm just going to add some adhesive to my sentiment and add it to my card. I thought it will look nice on the side here, so I think it looks quite nice. I'm trying to reposition it to make sure it's flush to the edge here, and again I think it looks quite nice. And here is the finished card. I'll show you a picture at the end as well. So for my second card, I used that other light die that you saw at the beginning, and I went and cut that through a piece of pattern paper, as you see here, and I adhered it to a white 5 inches by 7 inches panel. So I ended up with this. And to make it more fun and shiny, I decided to add some sparkly gems. These gems are from a jar of multicolored and multi-sized gems that I got actually a while ago. I picked out all the clear ones and the red ones for this particular card. Well, I picked out some of the sizes. This one is sort of a medium size. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add those gems to my card to make it look sparkly. And here is my card with all the gemstones that look like lights now on the card. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this whole panel to a 5 by 7 inches blank card. And I'm going to be die cutting the sentiment Merry Christmas on black cardstock, and I'm going to cut it twice so that I can stack two pieces on top of each other, so it creates a little bit of a dimension. And I'm going to do this on black cardstock, and I'm going to leave a link below to most of the supplies I use in case you're interested in getting some of these. Now, after adhering my sentiment to my card, so I added the Merry on top and Christmas on the bottom, and there is some glue that you can see through, but when it dries it will dry clear, so it's no problem. I'm adding a little gem to the eye, so again it's more sparkly, and I'm also going to be adding some shimmer pen to the Merry Christmas so that it adds a little bit more shimmer and shine to the actual sentiment. And here is the final card. I think it looks quite nice and bright and shimmery. And here is a close-up of the first card that I made. It's more wintry. And here's a close-up of, again, the second card that I made. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm hoping that these videos bring you a little joy. And I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time.